On average, 62 children enter a Children's Miracle Network hospital for treatment every minute. That's one child every second. That makes every second count. So what makes a children's hospital like Sacred Heart's run so flawlessly? It's the hardworking doctors and nurses and even volunteers who make it happen.
It was fast action by Sacred Heart staff that saved the life of Lauren Coder a year ago. Second grader at Moran Prairie Elementary School at the time, Lauren was rushed to the hospital. She unknowingly had type 1 diabetes, nearly died, and spent a month under the expert care of staff at Sacred Heart Children's Hospital.
We caught up with Lauren recently. Chris Crocker tells us where this self-described warrior princess is now.
It's amazing how quickly your life changes with something like this that happens.
For Lauren's family, that big life change came in February 2015. Lauren was rushed to the hospital, her family thinking it might be the flu.
So by the time we got here, they were already moving her up to PICU.
Lauren's parents were away on a ski trip in Montana, not knowing what they would find when they arrived at Sacred Heart Children's Hospital.
Her body was shutting down. She was given a 10% chance of survival at that point.
Her parents were shocked to discover little Lauren had type 1 diabetes.
And it was the first time that we had ever really been affected by diabetes of any kind in our family.
Fortunately for Lauren, she was receiving stellar care by the doctors and nurses at Sacred Heart.
We're so impressed that from the moment she was brought into the ER, the nurse asked, what's going on, and immediately checked for her blood sugar. And that saved her life.
More than a year later, the fear that gripped the family during that month-long hospital stay has dissipated. A new routine has become the new normal.
After we got back from the hospital, the first couple of weeks were really hard, just trying to get into a routine.
That routine includes blood sugar level checks several times a day.
Daily, it's
Nightly.
I wake up and check her at 2 a.m. to make sure she's not going too low, because that's a fear, overnight lows. And then
You do?
I do.
What was once easy now takes careful planning, from school lunch choices to recess time eaten up by insulin checks with the school nurse.
And then, at lunch, people just at my school just want to run outside and go outside, and I have to dose.
Their time with Sacred Heart Children's Hospital is part of that routine.
So every 3 months we come to her endocrinology appointment to check her average 3-month blood sugar.
Her family grateful for the continuing care, the staff who went above and beyond for their baby girl now and last year.
I was so unexpectedly surprised when I would come into her room and see that overnight the nurse had braided her hair.
And thankful for the tools that Children's Miracle Network provides.
I remember walking into the hospital and walking across the bridge before we really even knew what was going on to get to the PICU. And I remember feeling like, thank God, this is our hospital.
Oh, no.
She hates it when I cry.
As for Lauren, she's on a mission to make type 1 diabetes type none.
At 21. No, 22. I forgot 22.
22.
22.
She's predicting at 22 they'll have a cure.
The emergency center is where Lauren's journey started.
KXLY4's Nadine Woodward takes us through what's considered the nerve center.
The Pediatric Emergency Department is essentially the front door to our children's hospital. We are a children's hospital within a hospital.
Take a trip with us inside the Nerve Center of Providence Sacred Heart Children's Hospital, a place that often welcomes parents on their worst days, full of worry and uncertainty.
I think most of the sickest kids get sent here, which is really what our goal is. We really want to make sure that we provide the best care for the kids who need it.
Dr. Christian Rochelle is medical director of the Pediatric Emergency Department, where no patient is routine.
The typical day it just varies depending on the season. It could be a lot of people with illnesses, medical illnesses, fever, respiratory conditions, or on a nice day where there's nice weather and people are out at the park, there's injuries, broken bones, car accidents.
Some kids come in with a stomach ache and end up with a diabetes diagnosis and can be referred to doctors right in this building. Many of the 33 children diagnosed with cancer this year came into this emergency department not knowing why they weren't feeling good that day. Hey, Daddy. And when the sun sets on Children's Hospital, things can go from stable to critical mass.
We usually will start escalating in the afternoon with the number of patients coming through, and then things will get really busy between 8 and 10 at night.
From a bump on the head to a life-threatening illness, every patient here gets treated with child-specific care. Separating the adult ER from pediatrics was about more than just the size of the patient.
And you're treating the whole family, because I know what I'm concerned about in the kids, but I also have to be concerned about what the parents are concerned about, and I have to alleviate their fears, as well as focusing on making the child comfortable and making sure that they're well. Insurance companies don't provide funds to make people more comfortable.
And that's where your donations to the Children's Miracle Network come in. While doctors work on the immediate care of your child, specialists and staff are working on keeping them comfortable. Things that we never think of asking about, but make all the difference in the care of our children.
We have child life specialists who come in and will do distraction techniques for the child. We have topical medicines that we put on the child to make the skin numb, so that if we have to do stitches or that we have to do blood work, that can alleviate a child's pain. We have nitrous machines available that can administer a gas so that a child can be without pain.
All part of the Comfort Promise, delivered to kids from Spokane to North Idaho to Montana and beyond.
We're trying to alleviate the fear of healthcare and trying to make it as comfortable as you can.
Tiny touches for tiny patients, having a huge impact not just today, but possibly for a lifetime.
You can help too, just by calling the number on your screen. You're making a miracle for these families and others that will find themselves in similar situations. You can also go to KXLY.com and click on the link to make that donation.
Their daughter spent her entire first year in Sacred Heart Children's Hospital. We first introduced you to Winnie a year ago when she was 8 months old. Where is she now? That story is next.